front.
Okay, hello everyone. So today I just saw a game between Ray and what's his name? I can't remember his name. His name is Lazaro Bruiser Batista. I can't remember his name. Don't know how do you pronounce this thing. Lazaro Lazaro Lazaro. I don't know. So I keep on she's Grandmaster. Nice. Yeah. So that's a game between this guy, this Lazaro Bruiser and Hawaii. I love AE games. I love its play. So basically, this is the game that held at 2015 Hainan Danzua. Hainan Danzua. I even don't know how to spell these Chinese and Cuban Kid names. Okay, so we'll just start analyzing. So this starts like going from a normal play, playing e4, the knight f3. So what's this opening call? So this is Sicilian. So what's this variation of playing e6? Don't know. So it's e4, c5, knight f3, then e6. Oh, what's this called, bro? Okay, this is the common Sicilian thing, right? The Khan variation. Okay, we'll be playing. Okay, we'll be exchanging the center pawns and play something like knight of variation. I play a6, then b3, bishop d3 will be played next, or we can also develop the knight. So knight to c3 instead of bishop d3. Then we have the normal Sicilian defense. Okay, after exchanging the pawns, we'll be playing knight to the centers. Okay, so to be honest, I don't know any openings. So I know some major lines and names of it, but not in depth in it. So I never really studied these openings in my whole lifetime. So yeah, so it's good to know that this is basically a Sicilian variation where I will be wait, I'll just show it on the board. So yeah, I'll be trying to exchange the pawns on the center. So this is the Taiwan variation, right? Yeah, this is the Taiwan variation. So finally we'll be developing the other knight. Okay, so I'll just open another board. Okay, these two are not synchronized, right? Okay, I'll just open another board. I'll just play the Sicilian up here. Okay, e4, c5, knight f3. Yeah, this is what. Okay, this is whole Sicilian. Okay, we're playing e4, c5, knight f3, knight c6 is the whole Sicilian. And the modern Sicilian, I guess, is e6. So this is the main line, I guess. So after playing e6, we can just play into the conversion of it. So this is the conversion where I'll be exchanging the center pawns, and we'll get some questions like this. So this is conversion, I guess. Okay, basically the con and the ionization are quite similar, right? I couldn't get the difference. because the sequence of moves is quite different, but we'll achieve the same position at the end, right? Okay, we'll just move back to this thing where I'll just play the combination. Yeah, so after this, let's say I'll just develop uh, knight c3 move, then he'll be developing knight c6 move, then same as the time on variation. Basically, the time on count can become as the same thing. Okay, so the thing of here is I'll just play e4, c5, knight f3, e6. So the conversation has something like this. Okay, this is I'm not sure whether this is okay. Finally, we'll be playing this. So we'll be opening up the position initially. Oh, sorry, this is Simon, alright. Still couldn't get that thing. Okay, this is the normal Sicilian one. Then we have the combination. I'll be playing a6 instead of knight c6. So after this move, we won't be playing this, which will be into Taiwan variation. Instead, you'll be playing the Khan variation. So from this, we could understand black is the one who is choosing to play those variations. So Sicilian is in whole control of black, I guess. Okay, let's start from the beginning. So e4, c5, knight f3. We'll be going into the mode of Sicilian line, I guess. Then we'll be exchanging on the set of pawns. So this is Taimara and this is Khan. Okay, after Khan, there are two moves possible. One is the multiple possible moves, but we'll just focus on development. We can play the bishop d3 move or the knight c3 move. So these two moves are quite good, and these two are the different variations of the Khan, I guess. Okay, okay, got it. So we have learned a simple opening line with two or three variations, and that is the Wheeler Modo Sicilian. We have to learn the Khan variation with bd3 and knight c3, and then we have the Taimana variation. Okay, what is this thing? Okay, the same Taimana variation, but it's kind of like the merging both Taimana and the Khan. We have Bastrikau. Bastrikau is playing queen c7 instead of a6. Okay, then we have another Taimana variation. What's the change of here? Okay, there's a bishop e3 move here, a6 and bishop e2. Okay, so the whole length of Taiwan variation will be something like after this, I'll be developing this, he'll be playing this as Bastrikau, or we can just play this the whole lot of Taiwan. So after this, I'll be playing this. Let's say he plays this, I'll develop now he can play a6, I'll be playing this bishop e2. So this is the whole line of Taiwan now. Okay, three things we learned: the normal Sicilian thing, the Khan, and the Taiwan variation. Okay, okay, let me head back to the game. So this is the original game that they played. I guess they have just played the conversation. So yeah, I guess it's conversation. So after exchanging the questions, we'll be getting some question into kind, and we can also convert it into Taiwan. So what's the thing played in the game? So they played okay. So developing the bishop to e2, not opening the square as fast as possible. Okay, now they're opening the square, capturing the same time on variation. So it is getting back to the same time on variation. After this, I guess he'll be playing c3. Sorry, bishop e3. No, he waits some move, and now he plays e3. He got it. So I guess it's similar to the same time on variation thing, where e4, c5, knight f3. Let's go with this thing. Right? So e6, I'm playing d4. C captures d4, knight captures d4, We're playing knight c6, knight c3. Just get into this. So he got some position like this. So basically these two are same, right? So yeah. So the order is different, but they're actually the same position at some move after some. What's the move number? Um, what's the last move? It's bishop, right? Bishop a3, bishop e7. Okay, so it's move number 8. So after the move number 8, we are achieving the same position. Got it. Okay, so I'll just try to play this thing. So c4, e5, knight f3, e6. I'll just open the center as quick as possible. But in the greater grandmaster games, they know how to grab those fan positions, so they can play on different orders. So this is kind of like a drawish position which has plus 3 4 white, but it's equal to a draw position. Okay, we'll just move on. Where okay, developing the bishop to e7, playing king to castle. Wow, striking up on the center. Sorry, striking up with f4 is good because the bishop is on this diagonal, so there is no chance of keeping checks. So even if it is played, I can just move my rook here. So okay, so why to play this one? Because okay, what if I play some other move like this? Okay, this has to kick the knight back in some of the weird squares. Okay, this makes this knight out of the game, so that's why to prevent this move, he's playing d6, d6. Okay, moving out the king across this diagonal, I guess. Okay, castles. Okay, I guess bringing the queen this way to move upon these two squares. Okay, so to go down this diagonal, I guess he plays this move. Okay, captures. The knight captures d4, bishop captures d4. Okay, why to open up this? Bringing the bishop on this diagonal maybe is one idea. What's the other idea? Why can't we play this? Okay, then this is always diagonal on this. Also, this pawn becomes weak, targeting on this. So okay, the idea to play this is to open the bishop on this diagonal, target on this pawn along with this diagonal. Okay, tell up the queen. Ah, got it. Sighing on this thing. If knight moves, we can just look for some mating. For example, let's say he captures this pawn by taking. Okay, let's say I'll just play some this one. So what if he captures this pawn by overlooking that this knight is defending this bishop? So I can just capture this. So this is the thing. So to avoid, okay, I guess he's playing this move to prevent further move of the pawn. Otherwise, the knight is kicked out and the queen enters c2. Okay, I understand the centering of rook moves, but why not playing rook d1 instead of e1? Not sure what's the idea behind this. Okay, let's say I'll play rook d1. The position doesn't change much, right? So let's say what's the difference between playing e1. Even the position is same while playing d1, the position drops a bit. So okay, okay, he's doubling. Okay, I guess he's doubling up all this file to battle up across this whole diagonal after, let's say, after opening up all this diagonal. Hmm. Okay, developing bishop actually along this diagonal for some future targets. What's the reason to play this? Don't get this. Maybe some knight maneuvering and then attacking on the bishop diagonals, I guess. Okay, attacking on this pawn. So to defend this, he just playing g3, sorry, d6. Okay, now we're gonna pawn it. Okay, we should be playing rook e8. What if he plays this? Captures, captures. Okay, he can capture this, captures. Ah, so this is a draw issue game, but he played this, which led into this variation, and then he blocked the position and with the bishop to e3. Okay, move across the diagonal. Capturing the knight and opening up the f5 for the rook. Yeah, so here is where the real game begins. So actually, we took with this bishop, then you can just capture and the game goes off. But I guess what we made is, sorry, Lazaro made is we captured with a knight, so which allows this insane rook sack. So captures, check. So this is the only way. So if he goes up here, I can just simply capture and bring the rook off. So here just too smart to play f1 faster, then he can just block with this knight. So he should be capturing the knight first, closing his king's escaping square, so there is no way the king can escape. Also, the f1 check is rook f1 check is inevitable. Right? The check cannot be broken, cannot be blocked with any other pieces. So that's the faster way to have check. What the Lazaro played is he plays king e6. How where is going to progress now? I'll just hold out the lines, I guess. How did we? Okay, I'll just show off this Bishmu arrow. So what's the first move that strikes me off? Right? So you can just keep this check, but he can play this. There's no like this is no follow checks. You can just play this, but it allows his king to escape. You can't keep this check after this move because it doesn't covering this place. So there are no valid moves. So basically this check doesn't work in the long run. What of playing this check? So this check allows him to push back to this. Again, I can just play the same. Okay, I'll just go on to the lines and show for you. So I can just play this. He comes back. That's the only move. Nope. Okay, what if he comes here? What I can play? I can play f1, right? No, f1, the same thing. Block can be blocked with this knight thing. So f1 should be, sorry, before playing f1, it should be capturing the knight, I guess. Yep. So even after capturing this, I play f1 now. Now he moves back. I can just play this check. He can go here, check, and mate. So this is the line. So he can't be playing this again. So he should be playing. Sorry, he should be playing. So after the check, he should be playing this one. So which allows him to block with multiple things. So you can just capture with this, which doesn't work up here because bye bye. I guess he should be forcing again to play this move. After this, I guess should be moving to the same line. So that's the only line up there to bring him into the mate. So we calculated this line. We calculated this line. So for this line, as we see, there is no other things. You can just simply block with this. No, you can't block with that. Then what's the move? Okay, block with knight is better because the capture is removed. Okay, and for this move, if he blunders, then it's easy mate. I'll just go for this line. Let's say whatever you play, I'll just go on, or even uh, I guess there are no. Let's say he just escapes for his queen, then I'll just go for the same line, and there's a mate. But James don't make these kinds of silly mistakes, so obviously he'll just go for the same square. So now you should not be taking it like this. So this is actually a blunder, cause what's the move in his bribe? So what can he play? Maybe this attack? No, that's not the way to go. Then what's the plan? Maybe capturing the pawn? No. Maybe saving the king? No. Or maybe even defending this pawn? No. Or maybe exchanging the pieces? No. I guess there are only few moves that that lets black to hold his she should be playing this, actually blocking the queen to keep the check as well as threatening the rook. So even if he keeps the check, we'll be playing this move now. So actually it becomes Okay, should be playing what move? Should be playing this maybe. Uh-huh. Okay, what's the difference between this and that? I played this. What can he play up here? Okay, he can play this, attacking on this. Okay, this is quite hard to defend. So even if we block, should be capturing. So that was the game moves. So yes, you see, each and every move is so complicated, right? So we have discussed two lines for the queen move and the subvariations of it. Both both either end up in not winning. So either ending in losing or maybe ending up with the same square as we do. So we should be repeating something like this. And the only way to win is play d5. So after playing d5, what's the move? Okay, I'll just go back to the lines. So he has two options, either to take with the king or to take with the bishop. So that are the two possibilities that he can do. So yeah, just show this there. So how do we move on from this? So actually we just calculate the same lines as we do before. So now we can avoid playing g6 because we already calculated the line. We can just block with this knight move, sorry, the bishop move instead of knight. So this line doesn't seems to work out. So even if we keep this kind of shape, we can just easily escape. So so this is not the way to win. And what's the actual way to win this game? So we can play this move. Okay, I'll just play this. Okay, I'll just try to say play the same move, but also think if you play f1, you can just block with this bishop. So what's the idea then? So I'll just go for f1. So you can just simply block with the bishop. Now blocking with bishop doesn't work because of the game is so complicated. Maybe this. Okay, so that's the reason why the bishop block doesn't work. So yeah, so g8 is the safer move. So there are no other checks as well as what if I play this after that move? What will be am I playing? Because everything is shutting off and there's a mate in one. So what can we play here as a black? I guess we can just go for the same bishop line, which ends as a draw but not as the advantage. Okay, then what else we can just do? Maybe sacking this? No, that doesn't work that way. Or maybe even playing f7 now, sorry, f6 now. So this all ends up with the same thing, right? Maybe even this. No. This is the best one. Because now this rook depends along this file. And the next move, I guess you can just play something like this to blunder the mate. So you should not be playing EC, sorry, bishop g7. Ah, bro, I'm just too tired of calculating some minor variations. How do these games just calculate all those moves in their head in lesser time frames? Wow. Okay, so I'll just come back to the game. So for the bishop taking variation, we will be playing this move, and then what's the continuation? Can't keep this check. You should be keeping this check. No, you shouldn't be because of this move. The king x escapes. So what's the move here? Yes, it's the same I'm not sure what's the best move in the position. Okay, so the best move in the position is to capture the capture the pawn with the bishop. So ultimately this blocks the mobility of the king. So the only square the king can move is f6, or you should be moving his bishop to make some path for the king in d5. Also his rook is under attack. So what are we going to save? So how to calculate this position from the back's perspective? So let's say I need to save the position or extend somehow. Maybe I will be maybe I will be giving some materials to give some path for my king. But obviously that won't be the best move. So the best move is to sacrifice the bishop. Okay, then this will be better. Okay, giving some ways like this. Ah, got it. So even if you give some way for the bishop, then that's the mate in one. So that doesn't work. So so what's the move? So should be keeping the bishop and then making some way for the king. So even if he checks, he should be escaping on that way. So giving up the material, and finally will be a full bishop up on this position. Okay, got it. So taking with the bishop is not the great move. It's the great move, but Russia. But GM Lazaro played king takes d5. So in the king takes d5 line, I initially thought I can just okay, what are the checks? I'll just show this thing. So my initial idea is to keep check from this way, which actually loses the game on spot because we have the escape square, so we don't have further checks. Even if you have this check, you can just simply block. So or maybe even block. So that doesn't seem to work out. So probably what can we play here? So what if so this is a mate, but it's kind of a stupid calculation. I'm not sure why this is a blender. What's the best move that he can do? Okay, he can escape on this way. Yeah. Okay, probably after this move, what's the only of keeping the check once you hold the game? So the king can escape on this square. The only way to stop the king to move to c6, sorry, c6 by playing e4. So if he captures, then obviously I can just play this discovery, but even though if he capture the queen, so it will be two bishops and a rook for the queen. So it is not balanced right. So now I can capture, but he will be escaping again on the same file. So I should not be allowing him along to move along this diagonal, right? So maybe I will be playing this move, blocking his king's mobility, cutting off. So basically, the king cannot move anyway. Okay, so what's the best move for the black? So how can he proceed further? Because let's say if he plays some random moves, there's a mate in one. So to escape that, what shall he do? Maybe Don't know what's the best move for the black up here. Maybe I can play here, but still this will be a mate. What's the move? Maybe blocking like something like this, I guess. So this will just delay the mate. Okay, now I can play the same line. No, because now he can escape on this way. So that doesn't work. So maybe now even if I keep check, he'll be moving, escaping along this way. What's the idea? Maybe playing this, cutting off him from this diagonal. So even if he plays this, I'll be playing this. Uh, he he goes to play this. Check. There's no other squares than this. Um, can play this. Will be come back. Yeah, got the pattern. So so obviously that's the way to hit him. But what's the actual move that allows him to escape? Is this way. So what if he plays this way? Maybe. So if I play this, he'll be escaping. What shall I do now here? Maybe playing the same thing again. So this becomes a repeatable position. Why is it a draw here? Okay, what do I play here? Not sure, bro. Maybe some queen sacrifices. Sorry, some. I can play this. Nope, that doesn't work. Because you can just. What's the move for him? Yeah, having some escapes good along this time. Then what's the move? So you should be playing maybe this. I don't know. Okay, now I should be playing this move. Okay, so I'll just go here. Okay, the king can escape. I'll just keep the check. The king can play. He can play here, but it will result in mate. So he'll be playing g4. Now I guess I can play this check. It will lose in the position because he can escape. Also, I can't keep any kinds of check in this diagonal. So probably maybe this checking along this diagonal. Let's say what's the best move for him? Okay, he'll be checking and captures. What's the best move for him? Okay, he'll again check and move back. What's the best move for him? Okay, then he will bring in the queen here. That's his idea. Okay, then I should what if I play this? Now the same line doesn't work. So if he sacks, now I have the availability of checks as well as I cover the queen to e4 move. Got it. So I guess obviously the move would be d3. So what's the best move for him? Okay. The another reason to play this any checks along this diagonal is we should be cutting the king from moving towards his squares. So that's why I'm just planning to keep some checks along this diagonal because already this has cut the squares for the king. The only way is to play, let's say he'll be playing some moves like this so that he can escape on this way. So to avoid that, we'll be playing some checks on this diagonal. So that's why I initially calculated by playing maybe some moves like this. So after he captures, I can just play this move. So I'll just enter into attack somehow. So maybe this is a mate. Nope, you're just fucking retard. So what's the mating pattern up here? Maybe a simple pawn move and mate. Okay. Mm, but this doesn't seem to work out because after this move he can just capture and then he can play this move, then he can just bring his coin to the center, so I don't have any kinds of check. So even if I keep the check, he can just simply play this move. So I can play this check, he goes there, I can play this check, which results in the lose. So I can play this check. So if you move to the diagonal, I'll just keep some kind of double checks. Okay, now I keep this check where he can play. Can either can play this or this. So this leads to then come back here. Oh shit! How did I just miss this line? So now even though if he escape here, I can just play this right. Okay, got it. So he can't be playing this h3 mode. He should be playing h4. So after playing h4, I can keep some checks, but he will be escaping somehow. So let's say I'll just bring some this thing goes on like this. So yeah, so to avoid this line, probably we'll be playing d3 move. So I can just afford some checks along this diagonal to attack on the king. So what's the move that he played? Okay, what's the real move played in the game? Do you know? Okay, he is avoiding some exchanges, but so already the king is being cut down the channel, so we start keeping checks. So there's only two moves possible. He can either play here, which results into, no, he can just escape, right? So that doesn't work. This check works because he plays this, and what's the next move? Also, I should be on the mate on one. Still mate? How is it still mate, bro? Ah, just missing out simple line. Okay, then I should be on this diagonal to this. She also cutting the king, so it should be all these things. I can play here, can just capture. If I even played on this diagonal, this is the only bishop move. Still, I guess he can just bring the rooks into the game. Sorry, rooks into the game somehow. Sure. What if he plays now? So captures, comes with check, right? That's the same scenario before. No, so this capture card doesn't come with check. So that's the issue here. So probably e1 is the move. So even if it checks, I can just capture and take it. Or in the next move, so the whole thing is totally cut off. So the next move I'll just keep the check and probably win. So maybe he can just sack his rook. He can just simply take it off. So even if he take this, I can just have a mate in one. Else, what's the best move? Oh, that's the best line. So he has nothing else to do. Maybe he'll just keep some checks. Maybe he'll just keep some checks, which, so yeah, this is an interesting pattern of here. So he'll be keeping on this diagonal, so he can't move the rook, but he can just move the queen to block on this diagonal. Then he just keep a check. So this is some nice pattern of here. So yeah, so basically the whole game is just 37 move game, but there are so many variations inside the game. So we start from the beginning. So he played e4, c5, c5, knight f3, e6, and he did open up the position earlier. So he played knight c3. So he Azar went to the configuration. I'll just off the thing. So from here, so he developed the bishop, he developed the knight. Now he opened the attack. So captures. So converting this into Simon variation. He castles, he plays here, and bishop develops. So this is after move 8, right? So not sure. Just go from the beginning. Yeah. So after this, he'll be developing the bishop to castle. So meantime, I'll just open up the file. So he castles. What I can just do, I can just play a6 here, but way up to move from along this diagonal. So he captures, I captures, and then what's the move he played? So I'll just forgot a lot. So after this move, you should be depending upon this. Otherwise, your knight is in some kind of weird positions. He should be moving back. So yeah, so this is where the blunder happens. So you should be capturing with the bishop. The game goes smooth and well, but instead he captured with the knight. Maybe his idea would be keeping this bishop on this diagonal so that it will be very helpful in the future, but he miscalculated this. Sorry, so in thought of that, he played that move, but he miscalculated this f7 move. So king is forced to capture, otherwise as a mate in one, which is unstoppable. So captures, moves, plays, game just goes on like this. So there are two variations. You can just either capture the bishop. So what's the move here? It will be capturing with the bishop, aiming for the mate in one. So even if he frees his square for escaping for his king, then still it's mate in one. So the only probable way to escape from this position is sacking his bishop and then making some space for his king. So that's the way up there. So instead, Lazaro is too strong, so he captured with the king. So aiming for some wild lines up here, but we played like a machine. So captures, cutting off the diagonal as well as mate in one. So blocking it. The other way to attack the king is to bring the queen into the game. So still the king is cut off this diagonal. He can move up here. So this only square. So he moves up there. So f1. So moves up here. That's the only square for the king. Now the only way to keep check on the king is because the king is in white diagonal. So there's no other things that can keep check other than the queen. So it should be somehow bringing the queen to this diagonal, the same time keeping the eye on this bishop. So maybe you'll be playing something like this, but it's too late because of the variation that is see earlier. No, this isn't the variation. What was up here? I'll just keep this shit. Comes here. This is not that variation. I can keep this check. You can just go that side. So instead, I will just play this check. Let's say he develops or something like this. Now I can play this check. So even if you play this, I will just have a mate in one. Okay, got it. So the queen cannot keep this check all this time. So even if he plays this, I can play this check. He can block with this. I can bring this. No, I can play this because of this long bishop's diagonal. So maybe hmm, there's no maybe. There's no moves for you. Also, you can't even check with the queen, so it should be either. So it should be either checking with this or this diagonal. So I thought of this line where you can just sack your bishop. So you should be giving up some materials to gain the center. So even if you keep this check, so now your king is sorry, now your queen is near. So probably shit. So somehow we'll be exchanging the queens and become a winning game for the black. So that's the issue up here. So You should not be letting other the opponent's going sorry the opponent's queen into your area. So the only possible move is d3. So even if he sacks this time, sorry, it doesn't has this e4 square. Got it right. So now whatever the move he plays, sorry, he batters the lion. So at this position, Lazara will resign because the mate is inevitable. So there are multiple ways to mate. You can just simply bring in the rook, as we discussed earlier. Let's say he plays the move as suggested, so he's forced to play that move. Now free from. So here, this is the key move. So obviously, the most of the beginner mindset is to play something like this, but he misses this blunder thing. So yeah, should be keeping this bishop along this diagonal. So we play the simple a1 move, and yeah, that's how the game ends. So it literally took me an hour to analyze this complicated game. So still there are so many lines. I just discussed all the main lines, I guess. So there are so many intricacies in this game that even a small mistake can can lead to the worst position. So yeah, so I'm planning to learn chess games in some proper ways because what I usually do is I'll just play chess and learn by playing from it. That's it. Not like kind of like the regular practice, like solving, learning openings, solving puzzles, or the way that they do in the actual training arenas. So I guess I should be playing chess in a structured way because I never feel exhausted even after playing 100 or 200 blitz games, but I just feel exhausted after analyzing a deep game for an hour. So that's what the difference is. So here is where my brain really works on calculating all those lines in blitz or in bullet or in even in rapid. We'll be just looking for the quick tactics up and the common blunders the beginners do because I'm just low rated and I never play the over the OTB chess, so over the boot chess, so I never touch the classical chess too. So yeah, so it's tough to analyze these deep down lines because for the past 2 years I just playing rubbish games continuously. on some online platforms. So I guess I'll just shift my focus to maybe classical chess, I guess. At least one classical chess per day. Or even rapid. So maybe I'll just play rapids. So I should not be touching the bullet and blitz. What I thought was I just kept a target for this year, so I should be reaching 2100 on all three formats on chess.com. But I don't know that I can just achieve that. But what happens up here is I'm just focusing on reading, not on learning. I understand that we could learn on the process, but still the whole learning process is not so efficient. So I think we should be doing some learning stuff instead of just playing. Because the game becomes so tougher and tougher when you reach somewhere around 3200 to 2500 level. So we'll be struggling on that. So what I'm planning is, so we should be rushing the number of games, maybe 3 or 4 games per day with deep down analysis, or even 1 or 2 is enough. Not 3 or 4, just 1 or 2 proper games. Just analyze it to the core. And also you should be playing or learning the opening theories. Should be practicing the end games. Should be learning the opening theories and all those stuff. So I guess I'm quite good in the tactical area compared to the opening and the end games. So maybe I should be analyzing my own games. What are the places that I'm weaker? So I should be analyzing those parts. Just try to improve on that. That's it. And also, I'm just reading about uh, this guy. So, Lodoro guy. And I guess I should be resuming some CF stuff again. The process, the competitive programming stuff. I guess it's been a long day touching this, oops, touching this process thing. And also, yeah. So the first legendary grandmaster from India. Wow. I guess he's just 19 or 20, I guess. So he's from IIT Kharagpur. This guy's working too hard, grinding. Wow, so grinding around 3700, nearly 3800 problems. So he's the first one to reach legendary grandmaster from India. I don't know what is where do we see the ranking stuff? Yeah, here, right? So currently his world ranking is somewhere near, where is it? So what's his rating? It's 3090, right? So it's not an updated up here. It's 3090, but why can't I see it here? Oops. It's still not updated in the live thing. So, so actually he reached 3090. So we should be ranking somewhere around the 40. So he's top 14 as well. Wow, it's so nice to see someone from India to score in this global platform. There are no other Indians in top 200 or so. Because the reason is there is not much awareness of this competitive programming stuff in India, and also people do start very lately because most of the students just start their programming sessions in colleges, not in their schools or in their primary stuff. So all those top fellows are just doing their practices, from their engages. For example, this legendary guy Taurus is just programming from his early age, I guess maybe 7 or 8 or so. So most of these guys are just starting their programming journey way too early. That's what something lacking in our Indian economy or Indian environment, not economy. So maybe we should be developing on that part, right? So yeah, what is the last content creating thing? So okay, wow, I guess this is his highest rating. Yeah, this is his highest rating. Wow. See his journey, man. So on August 30th, 2022, he just able to solve two problems in therefore now he's just pushing his limits to Legend to Grandmaster. Wow, what a legend. See these all are day 4, day 3 rounds. So this is comparatively way more easier. Wow. Wow, it's absolutely great, bro. When did I just start my journey? I guess I just started in 2022, but I'm not that intensive as okay, I just started 23. So yeah, I just solved 300 something problems, but I'm just solving all those kinds of easy problems, not trying these harder ones. So let's try to see some of his submissions. Okay, he's using CPP. What's happening up here? Okay, no, he's using Java. Wow. Okay, I guess you should be finding some kind of string selective more in the whole problem set. That's what he's doing up here, I guess. So let's go and just check this. Check the problem. Did he solve this? Yeah, I just already solved the thing. So what's the thing? So Timo likes his name. As the spelling of his name, he allows any combination of any of the letters. For example, the following strings of valid spellings of his name, Timo, or it can be any kind of order. Note that the spelling must have uppercase T and lowercase other letters. Today he wrote string s for length n consisting of this. So he asks you to check if s is the correct spelling of his name. Okay, so let's say there are 10 cases. There are 5, which is the number of thing. So running all should be no. Okay, should be exactly having this 5 letters, and those 5 letters should be having TIME or okay, that's it, right? Okay, what I will just do is I'll just basically check the number of things. If it is 5, then I'll just go and sort the array. So the sorting array should be some resulting something like I am or TU. So just compare these two arrays, the S and I am or TU. So if both are equal, then I'll just print yes, else no. That's it. So that's what my initial idea that strikes my what did I do up here? Ah, that's the same thing that I did up here. So I just sorted the array and then so after sorting this array, I'm just again sorting because the length of the string is too small, right? So it's only five characters, and it is defined that it will not be exceeding those 5 characters. So it's quite easy to show those two arrays and comparing them. So when did I just sub this? Submit this one on so September of 2023. So we can just see his progress from here to the legendary Hermosh level. So it's quite great, bro. Wow. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe I should also should be resuming my CF stuff. Should be competing on some of the competitions in the some of the contests in the code courses. Maybe Dev 2 or Dev 3. Okay, let's see his progress. So basically, he just going to solve two or even three problems in the first 4 to 5 competitions, and he became expert at his 15th contest. Wow, that's too awesome, bro. Okay, let's. Oh, wow, he solved 3 problems in day 3 too. Okay, let me go and just see the standings. How he performed up there. Okay, he just chose CPP from Java. I don't know why it doesn't open here. Okay, close the number of accounts. What spray? Hmm. So, what's the time difference between these things? So it's 2022. So this is December. So basically, August, September, October, November, December. So this took 5 months of his time to do this config. So he solved more number of problems in these 5 months. He rarely participated in contests, but he basically absolved him so much. Finally, he attained a good number of rating of that. So yeah, 4 months is a good number of preparation. So let me open the calendar. So this is October, right? So I just started solving some maybe 10 to 20 problems, and I should be having some decent goals, not depending some like martial level thing in CF in 3 months, or these are kind of like exaggerated goals. So I should not be doing that. Maybe if I'm just strictly following this, I should be attaining at least specialist or expert in code forces within the new year. Maybe I'll just take it as a challenge, I guess. So I should be allocating my time as well as I don't have any kinds of job right now. So this will be a good good kind of like a refreshment for my job hunting, I guess. So yeah, maybe learning new concepts each and every day and then trying to program. Also, I should be doing some CPP stuff. It's been a long time touching CPP, maybe 2 or 3 months, I guess. So yeah, I'll just choose this opportunity as a thing to refresh my CPP skills as well as I'll just try to contest. But 3 months is kind of like a quite shorter span, I guess. But yeah, so I'll just take it as a challenge. I'll just push harder so that even if I lose, I'll just try to lose nearer to the end goal. Wow, his journey is awesome, bro. What's kind of like my journey looks like? I just participated maybe 5 or 6 contests. No, I just participated 10 contests. Wow, that's awesome. So I just solved each problem. Wow, I solved a problem in day two. And four? Okay, that's day four. Day four is way too easier. So a long gap, but I haven't been upskilled. Still solving a small number of problems. So here there's a consistency, but I left out there. Maybe okay, currently I'm just focusing on some other stuff which makes me some money out of it because I need some kind of income to manage my expenses. So uh, I love to do CS, bro. So competitive programming is quite good. I love to do it, but okay, but at the same time, I should not be stating reasons for not competing. This is kind of like giving some kind of excuses, not the real causes or reasons. I guess from the past June, right? June, July, August, September. So for the past 4 months, I didn't touch any kind of hardcore programming stuff. So maybe I should have been focused on this thing, but haven't. So I should not be giving excuses and should be properly working hard on this CF stuff for the next 3 months, maybe. Uh, maybe some kind of I do make plans, but I don't stick with it. Let's say some 4 hours CP stuff, then 4 hours of chess. Not 4 hours of chess, but maybe a hour or two of chess maybe will be good. And 6 hours for doing my normal stuff. Whatever, but I can just make. I'm good at making plans, but bad at executing it. So just go with the flow. That would be better. Yeah. So we'll be back at participating in these contests too. Once again, it's a great journey, bro. Hats off to you. So he's someone here. International master when I just started my cooperative programming stuff. Man, that's great. That's great. He's now in third, I guess. I'm not sure what's his age is. Uh, this is I guess this is his 12th or the high school year. 2023 would be his first year. 2024 would be his second year. 2025 now he'll be in the third year, I guess. If I'm not wrong. So he just started the cooperative programming stuff on his high school, I guess. Hmm. Okay, guys, that's it from my side. I guess I'll just end the stream and I'll just catch up. Or maybe I'll just stream my CS stuff. So I'll be streaming my practice sessions of the code process. So I should be strict with it, right? So maybe I'll just take it this is a challenge and I'll just stream a 30-day CF plus chess combo. I'll just play a 10-minute chess, a chess game and a CF problem and a chess game and a CF problem, like a combo of it. Or maybe a single chess game and multiple CF problems. So based on the hardest level. Okay, then probably I'll be how to just play this. Okay, so I'll be mostly awake at night, right? So I should be changing my schedule. I should be awaken at the morning instead of nights. So maybe I'll just stream somewhere around 2 to 3 hours, a combination of competitive programming and chess, and then a private session which I won't stream to upskill myself, I guess. Uh, I don't have any other works, so I can just fully focus on this. Meantime, I have some projects that I'm just currently going and working on it, so which takes much lesser time. Yeah, that's it, I guess. So maybe I'll just try to stream 2 to 3 hours each and every day till New Year. Just try to see the results. I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stand with this because should be looking for some job. I can't be in my home for a longer number of days. So in the meantime, I'll just be preparing some jobs and trying to update. But I'll try my best not to skip any days. So I'll just start the stream from today onwards. So maybe I'll just take some nap right now, and I'll be back at the afternoon or in the late afternoon. So that's the plan. Okay, guys. Then I'll just catch up on on the evening stream. Bye bye.